Hi guys, it's me Ty coming from my home here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and I can finally give you guys a review on iBrace Dental Clinic for doing a dental implant and bone grafting for you guys. So back when I was in the USA, originally I did a lot of research, and the only dental hospital that came up in Phnom Penh, Cambodia for dental tourism was a room chain dental hospital, and that's where all the Australians go. They said it's just as good as Australian hospitals, except way cheaper. And I did my investigating, went with all the website, priced everything out, and it came out to $2,400 for room chain. But when I actually arrived in Cambodia on the first of the year here, I went there and they refused to lock down a price for me. All their prices show the price on their front desk, and then they have a plus sign next to it. So I tried to get a quote from them. It was especially the bone grafting, because I waited a year and a half. My dentist, he told me that my tooth was going to be loose, and at that time it wasn't. And he said if you don't, that really needs to be pulled or whatever. But I was going with college, I was studying and everything. I didn't have time to do it, and then also I didn't have the money because they wanted $7,500 at that time, and that was in 2021. So I waited until I graduated here in December of 2023, and then came to Cambodia here in January of 2024. And yeah, I was so mad at room chain there, just because, I mean, the sky could been limit, because I'm on a budget. I haven't had a job for a few years with me going to college. So I typed into Google Maps, dental clinic, and just up the street from the room chain hospital is iBrace Dental Clinic. And I went there, and it's only like 2 blocks away from the Soria shopping center. So it's a nice location to live while you're getting all your surgeries done. And I went in there, and the doctor, he locked down all the prices for me except for the bone grafting. It said $700, but he said that I had so much bone loss over the years that he was gonna, it was gonna be $1,000 is what he ended up charging me. So I went ahead, and I was like, okay, I'll go with you. And he did say that he had to do an exam on me before he could do anything too. He wanted to have x-rays, and that's what room chain wanted to do too. But I was really ticked off because they wanted $35, but and then they said they would lock down a price for me. But at least with this guy here over at iBrace Dental, they locked down the price for me before I ever had to pay any consultation fee. So the consultation fee was a 3D x-ray, where it goes around your head, and that was $35. Then he had to extract the molar, my old tooth. He did not charge me for that. That was free. Then I had a composite filling, because my other front tooth, the one next to it, I bought a Honda Fit, and I was wrestling the tires onto the rim, and the tire iron hit me in the tooth, and it disintegrated the corner of my tooth. So he charged me $30 to build up that tooth, that chipped tooth. And then the implant, I went with the Straumann one. That's the Switzerland one. I could have gone with the German one, but the success rate was only like 86%, whereas the Straumann Swedish implant has the highest success rate in the world. It's like 90 or 92%. So that was $1,850. And then he did the bone grafting. He had to put a lot of bone grafting in, and that was $1,000. And he told me that the bone grafting was going to take 3 to 6 months to heal, is what he was estimating. And then as for the other prices here, then when the tooth was done, I could have got the titanium crown, and that one was $250. I could have got their zirconian crown. That was $350, or I could have got the veneer Emax zirconian, and that was an upgrade over that was $400. And I told the doctor my last one that I got was titanium in Canada when I had my last dental implant, and I was like, why are you pushing me to get above the zirconian and go all the way up to this veneer, and he showed me a titanium one and a zirconian one, and he said with those that the metal is really thin, so it doesn't have much to brace against your gums and everything. It applies a lot of pressure, whereas a veneer, it's got thicker sidewalls on it where it goes over your abutment. And I was like, okay, well, you're the professional, so I just went ahead and I paid the $400. And then after that, since I used to have braces, I also have a fixed retainer on the back, the metal wire. And I had it on there, but he had to cut it to extract that loose tooth. So he charged me $50 to put a new wire on the back of my tooth. And then I also had them make me a clear plastic retainer for all my upper teeth, just like I used to have, since my old one won't fit, since it's a new tooth now. And he charged me $120 for that, which I felt was very expensive, because back in the United States, my orthodontist charges me only $75 to make one clear plastic retainer. But I just wanted to get it all done here, so I went ahead and I paid the money. So the total came out to $3,500. So I know it was expensive, you guys, but it was definitely a lot cheaper than $7,500 back in the United States. And who knows, they're probably higher than that, because that was a 2021 price quote back then. So yeah, because all the foreigners and all the local Cambodia people that I'm friends with, they were all giving me a hard time. They're like, oh, we can get a dental implant for $200 and all that. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm spending this much time going through this bone grafting. I don't want my body to reject it, because one of my old coworkers, he had a front dental implant done years ago, and I remember that he told me that it got rejected. And then one of my old girlfriends back in the United States, she had her two front teeth were dental implants, and she told me that when she originally had them done in high school, that her body rejected them too, and they both just fell out. So I was not going to take that risk, because my first dental implant, I had that done in Canada, and that took 1.5 years from start to finish. And that doctor had been practicing since the early 80s, before I was even born. And I have had no trouble with that. I forgot what year that dental implant was done, probably like 2019 and 2024, and it's still holding up good, but that's a molar. So yeah, it just amazed me with this front tooth here that they don't take as long of a healing time as your molars, where they have a lot of pressure. This only ended up taking 5 months, and that's what the doctor told me. He's like, it could take between 3 and 6 months, but no guarantee. If that bone isn't healed up, you'll have to go longer. And yeah, I was really hoping when I came in for I come in once a month for checkups, and I came in for that 3-month checkup, and I was like, boy, I hope that he says that's all good. He's going to do his x-rays, and he's going to go ahead and order a crown for me. Nope. Came in for the 3-month one. He's like, it still needs to heal. And I was like, shoot. So then I was like, man, it probably is going to take all 6 months. And I came in this next time here. Me and my girlfriend were just about ready to get an apartment together. It's just me moving in with her, and the doctor's like, did the x-rays again, and he's like, you're ready for an implant. So he did the impressions, and it took 7 days for them to build the implant tooth. They don't do that in-house, so it's really amazed me, because and then also for my clear plastic retainer, they don't do that in-house either. They had to send that off, and that took just under 3 days. It was like I came in early in the morning to get my impressions done that time, and then at the end of the night, probably like around supper time of the second day, it was done. So yeah, just about 3 days. But yeah, I would definitely recommend them, you guys. I know it's a little bit expensive. When people come to Asia, I mean, just a few years ago, I talked to a guy that went from California, and him and his wife moved to Chiang Mai, Thailand, and he's like, I had 2 of them done, and they charged me $2,000 a piece to have each dental implant, which is really affordable. But this is where I wanted to be, and yeah, money can be remade. So, and what else to tell you guys about it? Yes, okay, when they did the dental impressions, the 2 girls that were doing it, they seemed to really struggle. and they had to redo it like probably like 5 or 6 times. I bet it was 6 times. And I think they were getting really frustrated or whatever, and then when they were done, you know, each time they would always have me rinse out my mouth, but they never brushed it or nothing, never gave me a toothbrush or anything. So when they were done with the last one, the impression, they went ahead and they said, yep, you're free to go, sir, or whatever. And I looked in the little handheld mirror that they gave me, and there was still the casting material between all the cracks of my teeth. And I was like, oh, maybe I just gotta brush it when I get home. Maybe that's because I have done that before back in the US. I mean, usually it wasn't that bad or whatever. I got home and it was hard as a freaking rock. So I hadn't had breakfast because I didn't want to have dirty teeth for my impressions. So I had to walk back there. I was kind of frustrated. And I walk in, I was like, you guys need to get this casting off my teeth or whatever from the dental impressions. So they took me back in, and those girls had a heck of a time digging that out of there. It got so hard just in that 30 minutes. And so yeah, definitely, you guys, don't be afraid to ask them to clean your teeth again, because yeah, those girls had the picks and owls and they were digging it out of there, and then they also had to take that Dremel tool or whatever with the buffer wheel all on my gums to get it the heck out of there. But I won't give them a bad review for that, because my outlook on life is, you know, you might not be the best at something. It takes a while to be an expert at it or whatever. All these girls, you know, working there and stuff like that. But as long as you eventually get it done, you know, get it done right, and the girls did. So yeah, that clinic, I think they have like 4 doctors there, and they got tons of the dental hygienist girls, which they're very qualified. They're the ones that actually did the dental impression for me. They're the ones that actually put the metal retainer on the back. So the doctor, he just did the bone grafting and the installation of the crown. So, and then they took lots of pictures of me with them, so I guess for advertising and everything, because I did not see any other foreigners in there, and that is a very big deal in Asia. If they can do advertising with foreigners on there, it promotes dental tourism and medical tourism to these countries like Thailand and Philippines and all of that. So all right, I will leave the video there, you guys. So all right, catch you later.